Imagine being a billionaire, surrounded by gold diggers, only to fall for a village girl who doesn't know your worth, until the truth unravels and changes everything. Chinedu Okonkwo, heir to the Okonkwo oil empire, stood on the balcony of his Lagos mansion, staring at the city skyline. At 32, he had everything: money, power, and influence. But his heart was empty. Every woman he met saw his wealth before his soul. Tired of shallow relationships, Chinedu hatched a daring plan. He would disguise himself as a poor mechanic, move to a remote village, and find a woman who loved him for him, not his billions. In the bustling city, his plan seemed foolproof. He traded his Armani suits for faded jeans and a worn-out shirt, swapped his Bentley for a rickety motorcycle, and left his Victoria Island mansion for a one-room shack in Yamuse, a quiet village in Anambra State. He adopted the name Emeka, a humble mechanic struggling to make ends meet. His best friend, Tund, thought he was mad. Chinedu, this is Nollywood drama in real life. What if you fall for a village girl who's worse than the city ones? Tund warned. Chinedu laughed it off. I'll know a genuine heart when I see one. Yamuse was a world away from Lagos. Mud houses lined dusty paths, and the air smelled of roasted yam and palm oil. Chinedu, now Emeka, set up a small mechanic shop near the village market. His first week was a disaster: grease-stained hands, broken tools, and suspicious villagers who wondered why a city boy was fixing Okadas. But Emeka was determined. He smiled, cracked jokes, and offered free repairs to win their trust. One sunny afternoon, as he struggled with the stubborn motorcycle engine, a soft voice broke his focus. Oga Emeka, you go wound yourself, oh. That engine no go gree for you today. He looked up to see a young woman with a radiant smile, carrying a basket of vegetables. Her name was Adaeze, a 25-year-old farmer's daughter who sold produce in the market. Her beauty was natural, no makeup, no weaves, just glowing dark skin and eyes that sparkled with kindness. Emeka's heart skipped a beat. Small, I go in this engine, he teased, wiping sweat from his brow. Adaeze laughed, a sound that felt like music. She offered him a bottle of water from her basket. Drink this, you need am. That simple gesture marked the beginning of their connection. Over the next few weeks, Adaeze stopped by his shop daily, bringing water, roasted corn, or just her infectious laughter. Emeka found himself looking forward to her visits, his billionaire persona fading further into the background. Adaeze was everything he'd hoped for: humble, hard-working, and genuine. She spoke passionately about her dream to start a small tailoring business, but her family's poverty held her back. Emeka listened, captivated by her resilience. He began to court her village-style, helping her carry baskets, sharing meals under the mango tree, and walking her home at dusk. The village buzzed with gossip about the poor mechanic and the farmer's daughter. Adaeze's mother, Mama Ngozi, approved of Emeka. He's not proud like those city boys, she said, but her father, Papa Obi, was skeptical. Something no day right with that boy. His hands too soft for mechanic work. Emeka ignored the whispers and focused on Adaeze. One evening, as they sat by the village stream, he took her hand. Ada, I no get much, but my heart day for you. Will you be my own? Her eyes widened, then softened. Emeka, I like you well, but marriage? I no want suffer all my life. You sure you fit take care of me? Emeka nodded, hiding the irony of her words. A billionaire pretending to be poor, promising to care for a woman who had no idea of his wealth. They sealed their love with a shy kiss under the moonlight. But trouble was brewing. Chinedu's cousin, Obinna, a greedy businessman who managed part of the Okonkwo Empire, had been suspicious of Chinedu's sudden disappearance from Lagos. Obinna hired a private investigator to track him down, sensing an opportunity to seize control of the family business. Meanwhile, in Yamuse, a nosy trader named Ijeoma began to dig into Emeka's past. She'd seen him slip up once, using a fancy phone he quickly hid when she approached. That boy no be ordinary mechanic, Ijeoma whispered to her friends. The stage was set for secrets to unravel. The village square was alive with music and laughter as Yamuse prepared for the annual harvest festival. Emeka and Adaeze, now the talk of the town, danced together under the stars, their chemistry undeniable. Adaeze wore a simple Ankara dress, but to Emeka, she was more beautiful than any Lagos socialite. As they swayed to the rhythm of highlife music, he whispered, "Ada, I go marry you, I swear." She blushed but said nothing, her heart torn between love and fear of a future with a poor man. Back in Lagos, Obina's investigator struck gold. He found Chinedu's motorcycle registered under a fake name, traced it to Yumu's, and confirmed his identity. Obina was furious. "So Chinedu won't play village boy to find love? I go scatter this is nonsense plan." He decided to visit Yumu's under the guise of a business trip, determined to expose Chinedu and ruin his charade. In Yumu's, Emeka's life as a mechanic was getting harder to maintain. His soft hands, and used to manual labor, were now calloused, but he still fumbled with tools, drawing more suspicion from Papa Obi. One day, Papa Obi confronted him. "Emeka, you know sabi this work well. Who you really be?" Emeka laughed nervously, claiming he was just rusty from city life. But Papa Obi wasn't convinced. He warned Adaeze to be careful. "That boy fit be 419. I know want my daughter to suffer." Adaeze, however, was falling deeper in love. Emeka's kindness, his attentiveness, and his dreams of a better future won her over. One evening, he gifted her a simple silver bracelet, claiming he'd saved for months to buy it. In truth, it was a cheap trinket compared to the diamonds he owned, but to Adaeze, it was priceless. She wore it proudly, ignoring her father's warnings. Obina arrived in Yumu's, posing as a wealthy investor looking for land. He visited Emeka's shop, pretending to be a stranger. "Oga mechanic, you resemble one big man I know for Lagos," he said with a sly grin. Emeka's heart raced, but he played along. "Me? Not only village I know." Obina wasn't fooled. He began spreading rumors, telling villagers that Emeka was a fraud hiding from city debts. Ijeoma, the nosy trader, eagerly fanned the flames, whispering to anyone who'd listen. The rumors reached Adaeze, planting seeds of doubt. One night, she confronted Emeka. "People dey talk say you no be who you claim. Emeka, you dey hide something." Her voice trembled. Emeka wanted to tell her the truth, but fear stopped him. What if she loved his wealth, not him? "Ada, trust me. I be simple man, and I love you true. She nodded, but her eyes held uncertainty. Meanwhile, Obina met with Papa Obi, offering a bribe to sabotage Emeka's relationship with Adaeze. "Your daughter deserves better than a lying mechanic. I fit find her a rich husband," Obina said. Papa Obi, tempted by the promise of wealth, agreed to keep a closer eye on Emeka. The web of deception was tightening, and Emeka's carefully crafted lie was on the verge of collapse. As the harvest festival ended, Emeka planned a bold move to solidify his place in Adeeze's heart. He proposed publicly, kneeling in the village square with the crowd watching. "Adaeze, make me the happiest man. Marry me." The villagers cheered, but Adaeze hesitated, torn between her love and the growing doubts. She said yes, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. Emeka knew he had to act fast to keep her trust, but the truth was closing in. The engagement news spread like wildfire, but so did the rumors. Ijeoma, now obsessed with exposing Emeka, found a photo of Chinedu Okonkwo from a Lagos magazine and showed it to Adaeze. "See this billionaire. You resemble your Emeka too much." Adaeze stared at the photo, her heart sinking. The man in the suit looked like her fiancé, but she refused to believe it. "My Emeka no be rich man. You people just want spoil my happiness." Obina, sensing his chance, orchestrated a dramatic reveal. He invited Chinedu's business associates from Lagos to Yumu's, claiming it was for a charity event. Among them was Tund, who was shocked to see Chinedu living as a mechanic. Tund pulled him aside. "Brothers, this your game done go too far. Tell Adaeze the truth before Obina ruins everything." Chinedu refused. "I need to know she loves me for me, not my money." The charity event was held in the village square, with Obina as the guest of honor. He took the stage, a wicked smile on his face. "Good people of Yumu's, You have a fraud among you. He pointed at Emeka. This man no be mechanic. He is Chinedu Okonkwo, billionaire of Okonkwo oil. The crowd gasped. Adaeze froze, her bracelet slipping from her wrist. Emeka tried to explain, but Obina's men dragged him onto the stage, exposing his identity with photos and documents. Adaeze ran from the square, tears streaming down her face. Emeka chased after her, but she locked herself in her room. You lied to me, Emeka. Or Chinedu, or whatever your name is. You think I'm a gold digger like those city girls. Emeka pleaded through the door. Ada, I love you. I just wanted to be sure you loved me for me. But Adaeze was too hurt to listen. Papa Obi, now fully on Obina's side, banned Emeka from their home. The village turned against him, calling him a liar. Emeka retreated to his shack, heartbroken but determined to win Adaeze back. He decided to come clean, but not before uncovering Obina's plot. With Tun's help, he hacked into Obina's emails, discovering his plan to seize the Okonkwo Empire by discrediting Chinedu. Emeka confronted Obina at the village inn. You think you fit ruin me? I go show you who I be. Obina laughed. You're finished, Chinedu. Adaeze no want you, and your board of directors they lose faith in you. Emeka realized the stakes were higher than his love life. His entire empire was at risk. Desperate, he sought out Mama Ngozi, who still believed in his goodness. My son, you mess up, but your heart day pure. Go beg Adaeze, but first, deal with that snake Obina. Emeka devised a plan to expose Obina's greed at a shareholders' meeting in Lagos, but he needed Adaeze's forgiveness to face the battle ahead. He left a letter at her doorstep, pouring out his heart and promising to make things right. Adaeze read Emeka's letter, her heart torn. She loved him, but his deception stung. Still, she couldn't ignore the sincerity in his words. She agreed to meet him by the village stream, where it all began. Chinedu, why you no trust me? She asked, her voice breaking. He knelt before her, no longer hiding. I was scared, Ada. I've been hurt before, but I love you, and I'll spend my life proving it. Moved by his honesty, Adaeze forgave him, but with a condition. No more lies, and you go help my village. Chinedu returned to Lagos, with Adaeze by his side, to confront Obina. At the shareholders' meeting, he presented evidence of Obina's embezzlement and sabotage. The board voted to remove Obina, restoring Chinedu's control, but the victory felt hollow without giving back to Yamuse. Chinedu announced a foundation to fund Adaeze's tailoring business and build a community center for the village. The villagers, once skeptical, welcomed him back, calling him our own billionaire. Adaeze and Chinedu married in a grand ceremony that blended Lagos glamour with Yamuse traditions. Ijeoma, humbled by her role in the drama, apologized, and Papa Obi admitted he was wrong. As they danced at their wedding, Adaeze whispered, You no need to pretend to be poor to win my heart. I love you, rich or poor. Chinedu smiled, knowing he'd found the humble girl who changed his life. But the biggest shock came months later. Adaeze revealed she'd known about his wealth all along. Her cousin in Lagos had seen him at a gala and warned her. I kept quiet to test you too, she teased. I wanted a man who valued my heart, not just his money. Chinedu laughed, pulling her close. His gamble had paid off, but Adaeze's love was the real treasure. Thank you for diving into the roller coaster of love, deception, and redemption in this story. We hope Chinedu and Adaeze's journey kept you glued to the screen. Want more heart-pounding story? Hit that subscribe button to join our storytelling family. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. Tell us what shocked you the most or who you'd cast in a movie version of this tale. Stay tuned for more stories that tug at your heartstrings and keep you guessing till the end.